topic. We're talking about food, nutrition, health, wellness, and how it just seems like
it's hard to eat well and to live and to fuel your body in the US of A.
Precisely. And I think that we're at this space at times where I don't know, it feels like the food that we are being presented with is always packed with chemicals, pesticides, like everything.
Or they're
is going
constantly
crazy.
changing the ingredients, formulations, and all that. So I can personally say, to me, one of the things that I've noticed is peanut butter is more sweet. It just tastes like so much sugar to me now. That's one of my favorite kind of like snacks is peanut butter crackers, and sometimes I make them myself at home. But this last time I bought some peanut butter Jiffy, and it was a little sweet. It was like almost too sweet for me, and I was just kind of very much so taken aback by that.
Did you get the regular Jiffy?
I like to get the ones with, yes, it was regular Jiffy, but I also like to do the crunchy, so the peanut butter with the peanuts in it.
I feel like that's the thing too. It's like even like the condiments and the food and the everything that we used to use or eat has changed dramatically because of like quote unquote cost savings.
Right. And then the cost savings now, it seems like we got the shrinkflation going on, which everybody has, we have confirmed that that's been a thing. It's to the point now where it's like, supposedly companies are saving monies, but consumers aren't, because you're paying more money for less quality as well as less product.
Right.
So, because we know like things just taste different. For example, now I don't even buy full size candy bars anymore. I just feel like I'm not going to be paying $5, $6, $7, or $10 even for a king size candy bar. I just only get like the mini bags, and I do the fun size miniatures, because I can't really overindulge. You eat one or two, maybe two or three if you're kind of snacking heavy. But I just refuse. Some stuff is just like they didn't price the convenience out of it. Even with fast food, it doesn't feel worth it anymore, the convenience anymore.
It doesn't. And that's why I was like, it's funny too, because it reminds me of the video that you sent me on like the Butterfinger, on how to make a Butterfinger from homemade.
Yes, that is something people are doing with this shrinkflation.
Yes.
People are like making my own stuff.
Yeah, and like really like getting and figuring out the actual flavoring and doing it even a more natural way.
Yes, so that is something that we will be trying here soon, is making Butterfingers from home, from scratch.
Maybe we
and
should
the
make
recipe
a video.
didn't even really have too many like ingredients or steps. Like it seemed pretty simple. So
I'm still surprised that they made it with cornflakes.
Yeah, I thought it would be some other kind of like cookie or something.
Yeah,
that they was crumbling up. Like maybe they made, I don't want to say a sugar cookie, but some type of cookie, like a peanut butter cookie or something, or shaved or something.
Yeah.
So that was interesting to me too. But hey, we will be trying that out, and we will be reporting back to how did that turn out. The DIY recipes are about to be hitting, because who finna be paying $10 for a king size candy bar?
I'm saying.
Not me.
Not me.
And I love Butterfinger too. So when I saw that,
that's when you stopped.
I was like, this is going on. It's saved into my playlist.
Right. Like watch later. We're gonna watch later.
Because I have a separate playlist that's private specifically for food. So when I come across stuff like that, it goes in that category.
See, and that's like, I do have those different categories too, where it's just like, oh, how to make like the strawberry crunch. For the crunch cakes?
Yes.
Yeah, I have that saved because I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to remember it later.
First of all, no, when you come across a good video, you have to. My watch later playlist as of now has like 1,600 videos. So that's why I was like, this is getting outrageous. I got to start making categories for stuff so I can like itemize a little bit more. Because there's no way. It take me like months to get through 1,600 videos. Or there's no way.
Fair. I mean, and at the same time too, it's like, even when we go down to produce, like you would at least expect produce to be at the same level that it would always have been, right? And it's not necessarily that, like because like I have apples for lunch basically every day. Like it's a part of my lunch habit, like during the week. And so I've changed to like taking off the skin, and they usually would say all of the nutrients are primarily in the skin.
Right.
But they put so much wax and stuff like materials on the apples that I I just like don't trust it because
Yeah,
I used to scrape it off.
It with like it's such a chore to have to like you always got to clean your food, but like how long do you want to be letting your stuff soak in the vinegar mix or the whatever and all that?
Lemon and baking soda,
yeah. And I actually stopped eating apples. Not like completely stopped, but like I love apples. That's another thing that I like to mix with the peanut butter. Like the peanut butter cookies, chop up some apple slices. Apples and peanut butter is the best combination.
Oh yeah. And it's good when you're like trying not to eat like too much sweets.
Yes,
it's really good to do that.
And I feel like any kind of fruit that has white meats is also good with peanut butter. So like pears and apples go well together too.
Yeah.
But I stopped eating apples because they just seem like I don't know if they're selling overripe apples at the store. They're leaving them out too long.
I think they are, actually.
Or they've just been tasting funny to me lately. Yeah. And I just was like, you know what, I'm going to chill on apples for a minute. So I've been doing more so pears now lately. And actually, when I went to the produce store today, I'm not going to name names, but if you guys are interested, if we get so many likes, I may go ahead and drop it in the comments, the name of this store. But a local fruit market that's regionally known, and they have a few different locations around the area. I wanted to get some oranges, and every single bag of oranges that I picked up, they just looked old. Like they looked just weird. That one company, Imperfect Foods, their whole kind of like claim to fame is like eat ugly fruit.
Yes.
So like they sell the stuff that's kind of like maybe it's a little banged up, it's imperfect, it's not as polished looking, but it seems like that kind of type of produce, the banged up stuff, is what they're just selling at large. It's not
that's
kind of
the mass
quality
production.
Control. Yeah. Now it's not like you're not doing a humanitarian effort by getting a banged up like orange or apple or whatever.
Yeah,
it's that's it. And
that's
then
the regular.
It may also be old and overripe.
Like even like I was saying with the apples too, like the apples that I get are organic apples, but then it's like at the same time, I would scrape the apples. Like I did a test because like I've gotten like the regular apples and the organic apples. And then I did like the scrape test. So you take like a flat knife, non-serrated knife, and you just like scrape the sides of them. And then you'll see like what buildup comes off of it. It's dang near the same buildup that was on the non-organic apple was on the organic apple. And I was like, what?
So when it comes to organic versus non-organic.
Well, hold on. Should we start our segment?
Actually, you guys may have noticed that in our cover, we have on our tinfoil hats.
My gosh, you guys, we have been working on this because we were like, look, we stay getting into some deep dives for sure.
Yes.
Miss D stay on the internet.
How far down the rabbit hole do you have to go before you're considered a conspiracy theorist?
I don't know, but I know I've taken a dive into that.
I feel like currently most people who like most unpopular opinions are basically like tinfoil hat theories.
Yeah, so we're basically calling this segment like our THC segment of the tinfoil hat segment or tin hat segment. Which one are we doing? Tin hat segment?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like the THC? You like to play on the word like THC?
But I gotta ponder on that. I need to let that marinate.
We gotta figure something else out. Okay. Say tinfoil hat or tin hat community?
Tin hat. No, we gotta say tinfoil hat. We gotta do it justice. We gotta do it right. We gotta
TFHC.
We gotta let the conspiracy theorists part of the internet like have their clout.
Come on now. Look, sometimes you gotta give them the respect they deserve because some of them be coming out and then later on they be like,
wait. It's been so many conspiracy theories that have been came out to be true. Especially in relation to celebrity gossip with some major A-list celebrities that have been recently in the news and also in jail. So, and also because I would kind of be down the rabbit hole and into celebrity gossip. And I feel like all of the conspiracy theories people or the tinfoil hat community, every time when something like trends or it hits the highlight reel in the news section or whatever, the news cycle, they're like, I knew I was right about that. It has to be so validating, but also infuriating because it's like, I said this.
So, greetings to our TFHC.
Yes, shout out to the tinfoil
hat community.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay, so organic versus non-organic.
Yes.
Personally, I just feel like it's another way to have corporate greed. Now, yes, you do have some organic and sustainable processes, less fertilizer and all stuff, sustainable soil practices, blah, blah, blah. However, I feel like because of the way things are so commercialized in the USA, it's literally just an additional level of corporate greed. So this is another way for them to charge more. And it's like you can literally notice no distinguishable difference between organic and non-organic or conventionally grown. So I recently just said I'm not gonna go out of my way to buy organic. Now if it's there, and it's available, I will still do it, but I'm not going out of my way because I used to exclusively only shop at certain stores, like Whole Foods only, and or Trader Joe's or those kind of, or HEB has in down south. That's one of my favorite grocery stores of all time. Seriously, I wish we could get them in the Midwest.
I have not been there before.
Yes, you gotta go there. They also got a very nice bulk bean section, and also we gotta also go to Buc-ee's.
When I tell you we gotta go on location and go into the grocery stores.
Okay, so we will be reporting back from HEB and Buc-ee's.
Look, that would be an episode. You hear me?
It certainly would.
Yes.
Yeah. So I just get whatever is more convenient and what is readily available.
At the same time, for me, it's like I do that in a similar fashion. Even though sometimes I'm like, well, maybe just if I go back to my idea of my apples. I'm like, I did the scrape test, but at the same time, it was a little less wax on it. But at the same time, again, I'm taking off the skin regardless. So it's it is pointless, essentially, to get the organic product. And then at the same time, I feel like the theory that it is just, I feel like the idea of organic foods either came out of pure corporate greed or it may have come from a good place and then it fully changed to the corporate greed. Yeah. Along the path.
It started out with very humble beginnings of
local farmers
conscious and all that, and then it just got to the point where now it's just a trend. Nobody really cares anymore, so then everybody suffers at large because everybody is now just forced to have the same process.
Right. And it's even for the different fruits and vegetables that they do produce, I do think on the conspiracy level energy about it that potentially the way in which they're doing the food is to control a form of the population in a way because of where these things are placed. And it's think about it. In one of the local grocery stores that we have, they have the option of regular fruits and vegetables versus organic fruits and vegetables. But the funny part about it is that the organic fruits and vegetables in the store is on a smaller scale. Much smaller scale.
The options are definitely very, very, very bleak. You don't have the big variety.
Yes, it'll be literally one stand.
One little corner or something like that. Yeah.
And then the rest of the store is all regular fruit. And I'm like, huh.
Yeah.
What, where are you targeting this?
So recently for New Year's Eve, we have to do our New Year's Eve traditions of the black-eyed peas and a green vegetable. This New Year's Eve, I wanted my green vegetable to be cabbage. And I was on the hunt for cabbage. It was just everybody just bought out all the cabbages. So anyways, at one local grocery store, which I will not name, but they're very regionally known in the Midwest here, they literally had only organic cabbages left.
Oh, really?
But this was the thing. They were mixing the organic cabbages and the non-organic ones together. Or maybe they were conventionally grown and whatnot. So they were mixed together. Literally when the people were coming out and restocking them, taking them from the box to the shelf, it was labeled organic, but they was all coming out of the same box. It's the same item. They're coming from the same farm or the same source. And then the stores are just placing, and then it could just be maybe it's some kind of logistics thing at the store where I don't want to say manufacturer, but the producers or the farmers, they may say, hey, this is the organic stuff. But when it gets to the store, this is just mixed all up.
I don't know if they're doing that. I don't think they're doing that. I feel like honestly what they could be doing is, what if they're putting everything on the truck and then just say label 50% to 20 to 50% organic and then leave the rest. What if
it could all be happening?
You know, like I just don't think, because even in like the area we're in, like in the Midwest, it's super important for all of us in general to be eating healthy, right? But it's like the ability to reach this healthy food, even when it comes to like going to like local farms and things like that, like sometimes there's this price so high, even at local farms, it's kind of still somewhat pricing you out.
Yeah, that is true. For example, I see that with urban farmers at like the farmers markets and things like that. Honestly, I don't even go to farmers markets that much no more, because I just feel like it's once again going out of my way to try to make better choices, but you're spending more, and then it's questionable on if you're actually getting what you're paying for.
And I think about to like other countries.
And I'm not against farmers markets. We encourage you to continue to support the farmers markets, because most of the time they're like more so like small farms and small businesses.
And local businesses, yes.
However,
and local farmers.
However, it does not always seem worth it. And these are the conversations and the decisions.
It out. Like they're trying to balance out their cost differentiation when it comes to having their farms and stuff. They have to balance it out by their prices, and they can't price as low as, you know, like your local grocery store or the major grocery
trying
stores.
To have a consistent consumer base,
yeah,
these are the decisions that, you know, the customers are making. Like, is it really worth me driving out of my way to go to this farmer's market when I can just go to the local national chain grocery store and get the same thing basically for cheaper?
But then, so what I was saying is, like, I think about, connected to that, I think about going to other countries where how, like, with the foods and the fruits and the vegetables and all of those things, and how the quality can be so much better because it has
there is definitely
less
a difference between food
huge difference
in the U.S. and outside of the U.S. Especially when it comes to baked goods.
Here's the thing. It's not even just baked goods. It's not even just baked goods.
In Europe.
It's literally just...
Or anywhere outside of the U.S. But when I'm in the U.S., I gotta be like, oh, this dude has got gluten. Like, oh, I gotta watch my carbs. But anywhere else, it's like... You can have bread and pasta all day with no kind of side effects, no bloatiness, nothing.
But that's why I was bringing it up. Because I'm bringing it up because even with doing, like, it's not just baked goods. It's also, like, the fruit. It's the ice cream. It's, like, some of the best ice cream I've ever had was not in this country. And it was, like, I got probably strawberry ice cream. And I got, like, when I get strawberry ice cream in the U.S., it always has that cloyingly... sweet manufactured
and
taste.
It has an aftertaste too. I used to love strawberry milkshakes as a child. I can't even stomach a strawberry milkshake.
And I think it's like also like maybe too much cream in it too. But the way in which when I had it when I went to another country, when I say it tasted like strawberries. It tasted like fresh
strawberries. Because they're using real fruit versus the synthetic chemical of the taste of a real fruit.
And it was like a local stand. It was so good. I was like, why am I eating the same thing in the U.S. and it's not tasting as fresh, as good, as healthy?
Processing and cutting back on ingredients and all of this stuff.
And you heard about Red 40 too, right? Like,
plus,
like the coloring. I'm talking about the coloring.
Chocolate now is basically just
food
oil.
Coloring.
It's like they're putting less and less like actual like in the candies and stuff. So that's a whole rabbit hole too as well. But they're making it real easy to be cutting this stuff out. Like I have really significantly decreased my snacking, which is helping me out with my healthy lifestyle choices. Yes. So, but it sucks that it came at the expense of like everything being so overly processed at large. But hey, we're here now, and I am not no longer.
But then you see how it's still coming back around in full circle, because even if you choose the healthier options, you still got to deal with the possibility of pesticides, chemicals, all of those things being sprayed on it. So you got to go through another step of trying to figure out the best way to clean that particular type of like fruit, vegetable, whatever. Like
Yes,
it's just
but
like, and then you know
that is
that's
true,
it.
but we gotta
That's
pick
what
our
it
battles,
is.
you know.
That's no
I'm
wait.
not
That's
snacking on
what it
candies
is.
as much.
It's another business.
I'm not eating all of that ice cream as much.
Hold on. It's another business. The whole idea of getting like food cleaner, that's another business. That's like added to the corporate greed by like having another
out of the
exactly.
notion of like, hey, this is all of this stuff is on our like produce. Use this.
Yes.
It's non-toxic.
It's like, so you put it on the produce and now you're trying to give us a way to get it away. Like, it's like, come on.
The thing is, that's one of more so like consumers responding to the industry, if you will.
Is it necessarily
those types of things.
But then you turn around and then you'll see that same product likely being acquired by a major organization
yes,
or corporation.
And that's the thing. Everything always starts all that with very humble beginnings, mean well, and then the big corps come in and buy it out, and now everything changes.
Because then you'll see the same corporations that's selling you that same fruit and vegetables giving you the fruit cleaner.
Or they'll buy a brand and then just completely discontinue it.
True.
Like
take it off the market.
First of all, rest in peace to Yes to Carrots shampoo and conditioner. I used to love it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them.
Yes, the Yes to brand, they're still around. However, it seems like they've been more so focusing on like skincare products versus like hair care. But I literally one time, at first it got hard to find in like the major like pharmacies like CVS and Walgreens and things. And then I was able to find this periodically at like TJ Maxx and those kind of stores, Burlington, whatever. And then I stopped seeing it there. One day I literally emailed them like, hey, like I've been looking for this. It's hard to find. Like, is there a way for me to order this? Maybe we look. I love it. Listen, Yes too. If you are listening to this, please let me know what was the real deal, Holyfield, with what happened to that.
What happened to that? It's always like the good products, they take it off the shelf. Like that's just like over-the-counter allergy medicine. Like Dristan. I don't know if y'all ever had Dristan or remember Dristan. Dristan is an allergy medication that you could use that was over the counter. Mm-hmm. So that way if you had like allergy flare-ups, dealing with like seasonal allergies or something like that, it would knock it out like quickly. Now you will not find Dristan anywhere. Like now if y'all find Dristan somewhere, send me a picture. Like picture, like put it in the comments. Let us know, because I'm like, I've not seen it for years, and like you would have to go to Canada and you'll find Dristan.
We are in close proximity. Sometimes stuff just be worth traveling for.
It is, but then it's like technically you can't do that because of like it's still a prescription drug, right? But again, it's over the counter, so it could possibly be okay.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I done traveled.
I have no idea why they took it off the market.
I
I'm curious why they took it off the market, because how did they classify Dristan? It depends on how they classify Dristan.
Maybe that's why.
Maybe. Okay, well, that was the 10-point black community. Like, I feel like we spent 50% of this podcast on some conspiracy theories / likely facts /
Well, we gotta give the 10-point black their flowers. We are here to give y'all flowers, because y'all done seen all of this crazy things that's been in the news. We're not gonna go down the rabbit hole with like naming any particular nationally or internationally trending stories, but in light of
on
recent
this
events,
episode we're not.
Yes, not on this episode. Maybe we may do that later in our Patreon.
I think potentially, yes. Potentially.
But we just wanted to publicly acknowledge the tinfoil hat community and give y'all flowers. They had some stuff right.
Yes. And I mean, I think it's good to make sure that this was a great introduction into this type of segment that we're doing, because we have multiple ideas and theories and conspiracies about various different things, but then they have like levels of validity that we were like, hold on, wait a minute. And also,
the algorithm is not always as friendly to certain topics.
Nope.
But we also cannot be so evergreen all the time, because life is not always evergreen.
It is not. That is very true. You have to paint outside the lines from time to time.
And unfortunately, if this past year didn't teach us anything, it's that gray areas exist.
On every occasion, in every facet.
Yep.
Because the choices that have been made as of late have been highly in a colorful manner, in which case that it's unprecedented.
And on that note, we're going to end this here. So this is Should We Reset?
All right. Yes, this is Should We Reset. My name is Jay with the Gems.
And Miss D here. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also, share the link with your friends and family.
Please.
We want to hear what y'all got to say about our topics today. And we also want to know, what conspiracy theories do you believe to be true?
Please share, because we want to know. Because I was like, if they drop one, like drop a real good one, we're like, you know what? That needs to be another segment.
It definitely should. But we will talk to y'all on the next one. Thanks for joining.
All right. And then this has been Should We Reset?